Hi YouTube, it's Melanie. Um, I want to talk about a situation that occurred at a Whole Foods in Evanston, Illinois yesterday. If you are familiar with Illinois or Chicago or anything around there, you know that it has been at least, the heat index has been at least 90 degrees every day for the last like 5 days. So point being that it's been really, really hot and humid and sunny out. I mean, dangerously hot out. In the sense of elderly people being in danger, animals needing to be hydrated, that type of heat. And it's so hot out that people should have access to heating, cooling centers like churches, stores, whatever, markets, coffee shops, wherever people can find air conditioning, they should have access to it. But I was at the Whole Foods and I had been there for 5 days because I was visiting or whatever, Illinois, which I don't live here, but I was visiting, and I spent hundreds of dollars there within the last, I don't know, few months. I shop there, but yeah, within the last 6 months, I spent at least $1,000 at Whole Foods. And I went to that store constantly, and every time I went there, I ordered a meal, and I sat down and I ate and I used their Wi-Fi service or whatever. So yesterday I was there and I wanted to make a phone call, and I was on the phone and I was sitting on one of their little like displays or whatever, and they was like, well, you can't block the customers or whatever. And I'm like, if somebody needs to get by, I'll move. And then the guy got so irate with me, he ran out, and he was African American, and he ran out and he went and got a white manager. So the white manager was just like, well, you have to leave. I can make you leave. And he just got all up in my face and stuff. And I was on the phone with my phone provider at the time. And he started laughing at them and like jesting about it because he knew that it was wrong. And he was just like making light of it to distract me so that I wouldn't be like, freaking out or whatever about it. So I was just like, I think that's racist what you're doing, and I don't think it's right, and I shouldn't have to leave. Can you give me a reason why you're putting me out of your store? And he was just like, well, you was here for 6 hours yesterday, and I'm like, it's the middle of the end of July. It's hot out. I mean, people use these, and if I bought something, I just think it was racist, and I think that racism, and anybody feel free to give your opinion or your input or your comment, whatever it is, as long as it's legal. It's illegal to use hate speech, okay? But first of all, I think racism is defined as to have a preference for a particular race, okay? And when somebody shows a preference for a person in a particular race as opposed to the same person in that same race, that's racism. It's showing favoritism. All of it is a form of discrimination and racism and hatred, And I think it's wrong to like, it's the old fashioned kind. It's wrong to use one race of people within the same minority group against another and have preferential treatment towards them, towards one group, like a darker skin or a lighter skin at one point in time. That's all racism, and it's wrong. It's institutional and it's wrong. So anyway, give your opinion. Thanks.